So today we're going to make a creepy eyeball. The first step to a creepy eyeball is actually to find something circular that you could trace. So all I'm going to do is I have a paper plate here. I turned it upside down and I'm going to trace my eyeball just around the edges. And that is going to be the base of our creepy eyeball. So once you do that, since we have a pencil, I'm gonna draw some more circles. So I'm gonna draw like the nice iris and then a pupil. So I am just gonna draw another circle. If you have a smaller circle you could trace, go for it, but I am just drawing another circle. And then inside of that, I'm gonna draw another circle as well. So this will be white, color, black. So we are going to start with that white edge. So I'm going to use my bigger brush and I'm just going to paint the outer ring with the white paint. So originally this was supposed to be on a circle, so we weren't going to have a background, but we are not using a circle, so we have to paint our background next. I am just going to paint it orange. You could paint it whatever color you'd like. To make orange, I'm just going to put a little yellow and a little red aside, and I am going to paint the outside of that eyeball orange. And I'm doing it orange primarily because I'm going to put like a little black around the edge of the eyeball. I would ordinarily do it black, but we're gonna put some black into that eyeball. I painted that background orange. Now I'm gonna put a little gray around the edges of my eye. So I'm just gonna take my smaller brush and I'm gonna make a little gray. And now when you make the paint, you just use the plastic cap to make the paint. I'm gonna make it like a dark gray. And I'm just gonna put a little gray around the edges. I'm almost gonna outline. And then in a little bit we'll blend. So just an outline around the whole thing. Then I'm going to take my big brush. It should be clean. I'm just going to put a tiny bit of white on the edge and I'm just going to blend that gray in. So it's just a little gray. I'm going a little into my whites of my eyes. Whenever you think you have too much black on your brush, just clean out your brush. All right, so if you have a little more gray on one side than the other, that's okay too. We want it to look creepy. So I'm going to do the iris in my eye next. I'm going to use a little blue, and then I'm going to blend a little red into it so I get like a purple on half of it. And once again, you do not have to use the same colors. You can make it whatever you'd like. Make a red eye. Once I have the iris done, I'm going to go in and do my pupil. I'm going to use black, and I'm just going to take my time outlining that circle and then filling it in. I'm just gonna let everything dry for a couple of minutes. I'm gonna clean out my brushes, wash my hands, get a paper towel, and then we'll come back and make this a creepy eyeball. All right, so now I'm gonna make this a creepy eyeball. I'm gonna do that by adding bloodshot lines, and I'm also gonna add a little black outline and a little white reflection. So I am using my smaller brush and some red paint, and I'm just gonna go around the outside and almost add, I'm gonna give you a little close up, of like little squiggly lines, squiggly Y's. And it doesn't have to be perfect. I'm going from the gray part out, and they don't have to look similar. You could do like some that are just a single line. They almost look like red little squiggly trees. And I'm just gonna go all around adding these squiggles. So I got my bloodshot going. Now I'm going to just take a little black and I'm going to outline the eye in black. And make sure you don't put a lot of paint on your brush when you're doing this. I'm also going to add a little black to the outline of that iris. And my blue is still a little wet, so I'm just taking with a clean brush that's a little wet. I'm kind of blending where the outline and the iris is. Clean brush, little water. If at this time you could also add some other colors into your eye. I'm going to add a little green in there. You could kind of experiment. Your first layer should be pretty much dry, so you could go back and add anything you'd like. And the last step we are going to do is we are going to take some white, and it's going to be a pretty thick white line, and we're going to add a reflection in the pupil. So I'm going to add one line. My black's still a little wet, as you can see right there. And then I'm going to add a little dot below that. So I'm going to let this dry a little bit, and then I'll put a second coat. So let it dry. You could put more coats if you'd like, but once it's dry, you have a nice creepy eye for Halloween.